Projekt Guru.
Всем привет, с вами Zak Novak на радиостанции Novorossia Rocks. Welcome back everybody to Novorossia Rocks Radio Station, Projekt Guru, and Guru of course is in the house. Guru, thank you so much for all that you do here and all the hard work, the producer, engineer, Andre of course, and my lovely co-host Natalia. Natalia, say hello to the world, hello to Novorossia.
Novorossia, hello, world, hello.
Guru, listen to this. Before we get into the military situation, the last 24 hours, pretty bad. Again, ceasefire violations by the Poroshenko Nazi regime. But look at this. Russian Deputy Prime Minister reacts to historical documentary alleging Napoleon's victory at Berezina. Russian Deputy Prime Minister Dmitry Rogozin has commented on the attempts by the Viasat History TV channel, which broadcasts historical documentaries, to convince viewers that Napoleon allegedly defeated the Russian troops in 1812 Battle of Berezina during his Russian campaign. On Viasat History, Frenchmen and Englishmen are exerting every effort to convince themselves and history buffs that Napoleon won a convincing victory over Russians in the Battle of Berezina. Maybe they have forgotten what this word means in France historical memory. I hope that proponents of a fresh look on the 1812 war do not want to taste the Berezina's water again, Rogozin wrote on his Facebook page. The Battle of Berezina took place on November 26th to the 29th, 1812, between Napoleon's French army retreating from Russia after his invasion of Russia and crossing the Berezina River near the Belarusian town of Borisov, and the Russian troops which tried to cut off enemy escape routes. The total losses of the French army during the battle amounted to 50,000 people. Napoleon managed to avoid a complete defeat and retreat to Vilna. Okay, Natalia, my co-host, will talk about the serious situation over the past 24 hours, including 2 squadrons of Ukrainian Nazi helicopters were spotted by our great DPR forces. Natalia will discuss further. Natalia?
Ukrainian fighters violate the regime of ceasefire more often. Today in the morning, fighters of Ukrainian battalions restarted shelling of the airport located in the capital of the DPR. Representative of defense structure of the DPR reported to DAN. About 9:40 this morning, nationalistic battalions restarted the shelling of the airport territory. They used mortars of 82mm caliber, representative said to the agency. Be reminded that the Ukrainian fighters shelled the airport in the evening from their positions in Opotna, and villages of Spartak, Veselaya were also subjected to the shelling. They used tanks, this time small arms and grenade launchers also. However, the withdrawal of armament even less than 82mm caliber was confirmed by Ukrainian part, and they still violate the ceasefire regime. Also, it was reported by our intelligence group yesterday in the morning, a very significant, important event for us, that Ukrainian fighters are close near Debaltseve again. They tried to occupy positions of our DPR's army. It was very unexpected for us. However, our soldiers are very prepared and we on positions, and we will protect our motherland, our Novorossia. It's important to add that yesterday in the evening was shelling of Kuybышevsky district of Donetsk. Village Oktябрьский was subjected to fire of mortar fire and grenade launchers, and there was struck of the building fixed in Marshal Zhukov Avenue.
Natalia, thank you for that so much. Guru, listen to this great news. Children to be covered by polio vaccines in the DPR vaccination program supplied by Mother Russia. Over 120,000 children in the People's Republic by February 2016 year will get vaccinated against polio. All the vaccines will be all supplied by Mother Russia. Vaccination program has begun and runs throughout the DPR. The vaccination program against polio will cover more than 120,000 children from ages 3 months to 6 years. Vaccinations will be carried out free of charge at local clinics and in preschool institutions and will be divided into 3 stages. Because the vaccine shots are for 3 rounds of immunization, child will inoculate 3 times, the ministry explained. The initial phase starts 9th November and runs until November 18, 2015 onwards, then from 7th December to the 16th December this year, and third stage is from January 11th to January 20th of 2016. For immunization, will be used 2 types of vaccines provided as humanitarian aid from the Russian Federation. The vaccine passed quality control in Russia and are certified as effective and safe. The vaccination program will be applied by Russia and Belgian drug production. Earlier it was reported that the head of DPR, Alexander Sakachenko, ordered an additional 3 months to vaccinate children in order to prevent the spread of polio. Guru, listen to this. As we have informed earlier, now in Ukraine, the Kiev junta side, there has been an outbreak of this incurable infectious disease. It has been recorded in the Zakarpattia region. 2 children aged 4 years and 10 months have been diagnosed. According to the Information Ministry Health of the Ukraine junta, in 2014, only 49% of children were vaccinated against polio, and for the first half of this year, just 14%. The monarchy, Romanov imperial family. Russian investigators resume criminal proceedings into the slaying of members of the Romanov imperial family. Forensic studies point to authenticity of the remains of the last Russian Emperor Nicholas II and Empress Alexandra. Research will continue, according to the spokesman for the Russian Investigative Committee, Vladimir Markin. Research again indicates the authenticity of the Yekaterinburg remains. Markin noted that research would continue to obtain highly reliable final conclusion on the identification of the skulls. Experts will carry out research on the genetic systems. Comparisons with the first-degree relatives will also be made, including with the traces of blood from the clothes of Emperor Alexander II. Earlier this autumn, the investigative committee resumed criminal proceedings into the slaying of members of the Romanov imperial family that was initially instituted in 1993 after the finding of a collective burial site near Yekaterinburg, formerly Sverdlovsk, in the Urals, which contained the bones of supposedly of Nicholas II, his spouse Empress Alexandra, and their children. The remains of Emperor Nicholas II and Empress Alexandra were exhumed from their tombs in the Cathedral of St. Peter and Paul in St. Petersburg at the end of September. In addition to that, samples of blood traces were taken from the clothes of Emperor Alexander II that he was wearing during the assassination on March 1st. 1881. The Russian Orthodox Church believes positive findings of these forensic studies will provide an incontestable proof of the genuineness of remains of the slain last Russian Tsar and his family. Neutralized. A chieftain of a terrorist underground organization of the Republic of Kabardino-Balkaria in Russia's North Caucasus has been neutralized in the republic's capital of Nalchik, a source at the Information Center of the National Anti-Terrorist Committee. The terrorists, liquidated in a fast-moving battle, had sworn allegiance to the Islamic State terrorist group, which is banned in Mother Russia. The terrorist was preliminarily identified as Robert Zankichiev, born 1988, also known by his nickname Abdullah, who was the chieftain of an underground terrorist group operating in Kabardino-Balkaria and was on the federal wanted list. In the spring of 2015, he swore allegiance to the ISIS, International Terrorist Organization. He was engaged in internet propaganda of terrorist activities and called for joining armed terrorist units. According to the National Anti-Terrorist Committee, Zakachiev has numerous terrorism-related crimes to his credit. In 2014-2015, he organized and perpetrated a series of murders. In July 2015, he first organized and then himself committed a murder of an employee of the Prosecutor's Office of the Republic of Kabardino-Balkaria. The man was killed in front of the eyes of his 10-year-old son, the National Anti-Terrorist Committee said. Guru, Andre, listen to this spectacular news from last night. Viva Assad, viva the people of Syria, viva Putin. This will go down in history. Unbelievable how these 314 soldiers survived on one meal every 2 days at the Kuwarius military airport. If someone can help me pronounce that, Kuwarius military airport, surrounded and constant attack by Obama ISIS. Viva Assad, viva Putin. Sunnis, Alawis, Christians, Arab and Armenian, Druze soldiers from the Syrian army all together fought off ISIS constant attacks at the Kouveres airport. Brave brothers and sisters, we are so proud of you for holding on. Viva Assad, Viva Syria. Hey folks, thank you so much for everything. That's the end of our show. Please join us again on Friday. As you know, we always end the program with our favorite songs. This is for Save Donbass, a wonderful, great organization. Save Donbass from Greece, Elas. Kalimera, Tikanis. This song is for you. Red Hot Chili Peppers, Friends. All right, folks, thank you so much. Everybody be safe. See you on Friday. Bye-bye.